manually restart it. Okay. Sweet. And even has the right name. I'm up. Thank you, NASCAR Ben. Appreciate that. Thank you for checking and going and literally commenting on the YouTube side. That's very kind of you. Okay. So we've got to unfuck this picture. What the fuck? All right, cousin zoomed. Restore the photo. Zoom with your mouse wheel or left click, right click. What the hell is being written? Did it show to my? What? Looks like Copilot AI generated assistant. True. Oh, I see. Oh. I was like, what's not right? There we go. And cousin... Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my fucking god. Okay. This is annoying. Actually. Well. Okay, so that's how I gotta do this. So where does this go? I guess... like this? Okay. These pictures scrambled as part of Chris Rafferty's cousins. You've reassembled this one the first. For more information about this photo, inspect Chris's art project. Something middle school. Okay. So... okay. Bethany's yearbook picture. So Bethany's the yearbook picture. Davey Davy, and then Stephanie, only child. So we've got Stephanie, who's definitely student K-12. We've got Bethany. We've got David. All right. We need to get one more. Welcome back. We've got the pictures unscrambled. Thankfully, wasn't. Thank you. Okay. Cool. So we've got that. Wait. Interesting. The intuition updates live. Like, oh, these still have a 1. So these update without getting locked things in. That's interesting. Starlet. Damn it. Okay. Well, this is probably how I'm supposed to figure out. Yeah, this is how I'm supposed to figure out what his real name was. Fuck me. Wild Bill was mentioned many times throughout the magazine's lifespan, with stories gossip about who'd been seen with the public. Blogs mostly. 3 specific passages stand out. First mentions one of his first roles was under his real name, Walter Forsyth. The second is an interview, although he doesn't mention her by name. You determine from context he's talking about Gwen Roottree. An apology to all ladies, I'm actually taken. Earlier this year, I did a friend a favor. He was directing a war movie and asked me to play a small part. Wish you know it, that son of a bitch cut me for the picture. Thin Red Line, anyone? Took me a second to remember what movie I was trying to think of. His tripping was his fault. Apparently, the studio didn't want me to pay for a star of my caliber. I got the last laugh, though. I met someone. She spent most of the film crying. She was playing a soldier's wife, but even through the tears, she was incredible. I don't get the reference? Are you familiar with the movie The Thin Red Line? Never seen it? I own it. I've never seen it. It's not the easiest movie to get through. So anyway, Adrian Brody was cast to play a major role in the movie, and through editing is almost non-existent in the film. I wonder, this probably actually mentions it somewhere. Yeah, so Bill Pullman, Lucas Haas, and Mickey Rourke had scenes that just never made the movie. Billy Bob Thornton recorded narration that didn't get in. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, like, second paragraph in post-production, yeah. I see it now. The unfinished film was screened in New York Press in December 1988. Adrian Brody intended screen to find his original significant role to carry the movie, as he put it, has been reduced to 2 lines, approximately 5 minutes of screen time. Yeah. John Travolta and George Clooney's appearance is a little more than cameos, and Clooney's name appears prominently in the market of the movie. Yeah, I know I've heard lots of things that this movie's actually pretty good. I bought it thinking, oh shit, this is something I'd want in my collection, right? And like, I'm just never able to get through it. I don't think that's necessarily an indictment of the movie, but there's some weird shit going on with this movie. Anyway. I know I tend to have a reputation for this one's true love. I only have eyes for her. Ironically, the third is a rumor that his divorce from Gwen was due to multiple affairs, including one with another actress. An American reader on vacation in Paris claims to have overheard Wild Bill and Gwen arguing in public while she was holding a baby and visibly pregnant. Not long after, Gwen announced she was divorcing Wild Bill and also that she was pregnant again, giving this rumor more credibility. Well, let's search Starlet about this. About Gwen. Cool, we find out her dad's name. Gwen Roottree was often in Starlet. Most mentions were around the time of her divorce in 1958 from Wild Bill Williams. The gossip is speculative and full of tabloid stereotypes. Some of it focuses on the fact that when she announced her divorce, she was pregnant again. Others mentioned the rumors Wild Bill had multiple affairs, which left her heartbroken. There was also an interview from earlier in mid-1957 where she was asked about her last name. She answered, the power of a name is undeniable. My grandfather constantly preached the importance of family names and honoring them. My father decided to bless me with a famous name. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall, but Roottree has power. So her dad is Linus Cornwall. My husband simply goes by Wild Bill. It's an infamous name he repurposed for himself because he didn't have the benefit of being born with a famous one, but Wild combined with the alliteration Williams is incredibly memorable. Although we've relocated to Paris, I know your readers love to keep up with my husband, so consider this a Starlet exclusive about both of us. Wild, Bill, and I have a child on the way. We're sticking with Roottree for the last name, not Williams. We also plan to lean into alliteration. That's how we'll honor both of our family names for the next generation. Splash is right. Well, probably. That does, if they're leaning to alliteration. I guess, you know what? Let's search Starlet for Robert Roottree or Ronald Roottree. Damn. Might as well just search Roottree. Starlet has played host to many Roottree advertisements over the years for many of their products, including 5 pieces. They flood the results. Damn. When did Starlet end? Until 1964. Okay. So they're not going to have anything on these three. Oh, probably not going to have anything on... You know what we could search for? Well... Butler County Times has been around for a long time. You find many ads from the 50s for local movie theaters that happen to list Gwen Roottree's names and cast lists for the films they're showing at the time. Also, are for guys like us, Christmas Mission. With the public library of birth records. The public library is just a search system for books. And a new system's coming in fall of 1999. Maybe that would have the birth records. But for the purpose of this game... Oh, and yeah, they were born in France as well. That's true. That is another point. But for the purpose of this game, this is just a way to find books. Which there's been a lot of books. We have... These are 3 of them, and we don't even have all of them. Oh, wait, did I ever search... Did I ever search this one? I actually don't know. I know I searched the other... No, I didn't. I specifically didn't put X's on it. Family Man... The Roottree Legacy. Fuck. Did Gwen ever write a book? Not that we've been told so far. An old book about Elias Roottree. There's no downloadable version available because the book's impossible to find these days. Fuck! Damn it! Let's say it's totally fucked. Okay. Never looked up lore. We should be looking. We should be doing more with the periodicals. There's a lot I haven't done with the periodicals yet. Butler County Times reviewed Lauren's diary, A Life Between Wars. They go to a bit of Lauren's history. She grew up around the famous Roottree family. She wrote some romance books involving historical figures, such as Pirates and Knights, that were released under her married name Rafferty. Now her diary is being released under her birthday Roottree. Rear gives it a 4 out of 5 and claims it captures the evolution perspective from adolescence to adulthood and a true feeling of change in society across multiple decades. It calls special attention to author's recollection of the days she heard that her husband Jacob died in the war, and times have changed in the more than 20 years between the first and last diary entry. While the review mentions that because the majority of the interactions in the book took place in Butler County, including many locations they personally recognize, made everything feel more real and perhaps contributed to a higher score than it would have received otherwise. The review with "Don't forget, you find this in many more books in your local library." I already looked this up in my fucking local library. That's how I had 7 goddamn things because of it. Okay, so searching Starlet didn't even give us an intuition thing. That's so interesting. What else am I not getting from this? We've got Clark gotten married again. Lost Jacob. Gwyn divorced Wild Bill. Got that info. See what he gets up to at Starlet. Eli stepped up and helped. Eli's marriage seems fine. Do we even know who he was married to? We don't. You saying that made me think something. Can I just search author and book title are both required fields? Okay. Okay, I already searched this. Just get the same page. Yeah, and then this is gonna be. Why do it is Kim? There's the same page. Oh yeah, LaRue, all the top. Okay, what else can I find from Modern Music Monthly? No, not Chris. Looking for Clark. No, I already saw this. Already searched Jim, right? I mean, I know I did, but why is I gonna search Roundtree? I'm just. What am I? Already periodicals. Am I supposed to find more about the Roottree sisters here? There's nothing about her? Elias, was he married in June? Which Elias? We've got Elias C. We've got Elias M. We've got Elias Jr. We've got Elias. Elias C. Wasn't he married in June? Is there a June? There's not even a June. Where did you see married to June? Or married to something. Thought he was a starlet. Oh. Oh, when they were talking about both not remarrying. No. Because he never remarried. That was... No. Wait, yeah. That was here. No. This one, sorry. So Eli, he stepped up. Eli's marriage seems fine, and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock. Pun intended, because Jim's married to Diamond. Jane. So we already have that. So Clark got remarried to Jane LaRue. No, you're fine. Again, we are missing things. So I am absolutely like it is incredibly helpful to have a fresh pair of eyes, because I mean, we got 3 pictures out of me going back to the fucking search and being like, whoa, what if I searched just this fucking email address? So like every little thing's helpful. Who are those 5? I guess Stephanie could be the so. Bethany's the bad. Ooh. But then who's magnifying glass means you feel there's a clue you're missing. Yeah, so this is intuition. You've been in the line of work a long time, so long in fact you develop a sixth sense of how useful your evidence can be. Numbers of the magnifying glass refer to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. The higher the number, the more there is to find. So, for example, when we started stream, this was a 10. We have now figured out MM. I guess we could search you in periodicals. Derek's wrote a great many reviews and articles for Modern Music Monthly. It's anything relevant anywhere. The first few pages results. There are too many results. Look through them all. If you look for specific album names or artist names, you may have better search. So what if we search Rolling It Out of the City? I haven't searched that yet. Nope. This is just a Jim Roottree intro. Fuck me. Okay, so what am I still missing from this? You know what I'm missing? We haven't listened to it yet today. Oh, Splash, I think you were gone. So I should let you know. Gwen gave an interview where she talked about wanting to have her son's names have alliterations. So you're probably actually right. You're probably right. Not probably, actually. Okay, you caught that? Good. Cool. Now, which ones... You know what? We're just gonna put some names in, so we know what we're working with. haven't. Okay. Well, that's basic. This appeared in the Butler County Times quite often. Almost everything you find in the first few pages of results are the same type of things you find with a basic internet search. Invented 5 pieces, Watchmen of the Year, and a strong focused family. So, what about... Robert or Ronald? Probably not, because they spent a lot of time in France. I'll search that after this. Miracle Roottree and his son, who goes exclusively by Miracle Jr., have appeared in the Butler County Times a great deal over the years. Miracle Network, which is a collection of churches, television shows, and products that can be purchased as multiple advertised in each issue. You find one article mentioning legal troubles. Unfortunately, it's a throwaway line article about a tour they plan to take across the southern United States called 3 Generation of Miracles Tour. Oh, we already had this. Because all the advertisements results in Butler County Times not particularly relevant to your search. Any attempts to find more about the legal trouble is thwarted. Okay. We'll try, but I'm expecting that. You know what? Wait, what is your actual name? It is just Roottree. I don't believe that for a second. He was the freaking president. I think I ran into that problem here too. The juniors make searching for stuff so hard. Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's some other way. Can you leave the junior off? So if I leave the junior off, it's searching for his father. I could spell it out, but yeah. No, I've just not had luck with searching the juniors at all, except for Miracle Jr. Can you look at Starlet for Ronald or Robert? Didn't I? I'll do it again. I think the... Yeah. Okay. You know, Business Watch. I think we've done this. Article from 1982 announced that Ernest Madison Jr. is taking over the day-to-day operations of Roottree after the previous president died unexpectedly. Little is known about Ernest, but sources close to the family, who have asked to remain anonymous, have made it clear that he's more than qualified. The rumors that Ernest had originally trained to succeed Zach Morden, who I also actually have a search Business Watch for. I think. It passed up for unspecified reasons. Business Watch also managed to get a quote from the company's publicist. Last 4 years of Roottree have been rough. The attempt to keep our products relevant to modern audiences. Some of our decisions have had unintended consequences. The fancy flavors misstep to the batter up bar. We've taken a bit of a tumble in the public eye, but Mr. Madsen is committed to getting back to basics. Have I searched Zach Morton here? Probably not. Really? Zachariah. How? How did Business Watch not have anything on the second fucking president? Did not go back that far? Oh, it's Madsen. That's the problem. I'm searching Morton. Small blurb about Zach Morton, son of James and Gwendolyn Morton. I've got grandson of Elias Roottree, inherited the candy company. He's quoted saying, Elias entrusted me with carrying on his legacy, and that's the plan I do. Along with 5 pieces, our chocolate maple products are selling incredibly well without making any changes. Nothing about his wife. And then Guy Hudson is just about the dumb thing he did, the caviar. Oh, no! Oh, I haven't searched his Business Watch article. Guy Hudson, along with his twin sister, are no strangers to the public when it comes to Roottree stocks. They both appeared in the company's advertised to children during the Boys and Girls Degree era. Now, Guy is taking over the Roottree company at the end of the year. You know that one of the 2 adorable redheads, Guy credits his mother and father, Angie and Christopher, with providing his fiery due. Got that. Arguing over everything but chocolate, we grew up to take over the whole company. Guy's uncle, and current president Zachariah, decided to take an early retirement and focus on traveling the world with his wife. Zach was quoted as saying, now their daughters started families of their own. Clara Lansing, and I plan to reflect on a life well lived. Guy is new to the business world, but he's family. We at Roottree have faith in his innovative ideas, eager to share them with the world. We like to think boys and girls agree that he's ready to succeed. Yay! We've got another name that doesn't do us any good, but we got another name. And would have helped us with the whole redhead thing if we hadn't figured it out already. But I did make that leap, but it seemed like the leap I was supposed to take. I have another name to search. What? Whose name? Yeah, not a Roottree, and we literally know all of her kids and grandkids, like, locked in. I guess, no, but yeah, it's specifically Business Watch. And we've gone through most of the names that weren't already locked in, including hers in Spider Search, so... We're somehow supposed to get another picture of these 2. I wonder how. They're the redheads for the candy ad. Oh, true. We might be able to find that candy ad. That's a good point. Boys and girls agree. Yep, good call. That's 100% it. All right, find a site about successful ad campaigns with the ads listed from the late 50s, Boys and Girls Agree, and series of television and magazine ads for Roottree chocolate bars. Ad campaign is described as having the premise that boys and girls are often diametrically opposed, except when it comes to one thing. Both of them agree that Roottree is their favorite. First advertised in the series was the most memorable due to the bright red hair of the boy and girl involved. When the magazine advertises add your evidence. There's going to be no intuition on it, right? Yeah. Well, something for the company archive. Fortunately, we don't have the company archive. This is not exactly on the books. All right. How do we get pictures of Candy and her sibling? I guess... Oh, there's definitely a family picture we're missing. Is there any way to look up the LaRue sisters in Starlet? Ooh. Sure. Let's try that. Although, I have a feeling... Yeah, they're going to be too old. So Starlet went out of business in 64? And then... Oh, we should search the albums. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Excuse me? It said search the you can search the albums, and maybe that will find you something. Wait. Modern Music Monthly also went out of business, didn't it? Cherry tree is a pretty general search term. Perhaps unsurprisingly, you find a lot of results for foliage. Album? Album by Jim and Diamond, released in 1995. It wasn't professionally reviewed, though diehard fans of Jim and Diamond Alliance say it was returned to form. It seems apparently so hard to find in stores that some fans have resorted to selling cassette bootlegs of it. I miss the 90s. There's a music commerce website that claims to sell the album, but sold at the moment. You do find a short sample with a song called Sun. You have your evidence. Song clip. Cherry Tree is an album by Jim and Diamond, and one of the songs is called Sun. The website you found on did not have a full version, but you managed to find a short preview of the song's chorus. Jim sings the following.
There blazed a spark of light that ever brightly shone. From her starting days, imparting wisdom to conquer life unknown. Though someday she'd depart in part, I'd never be alone. In my heart, I'll always be the son of...
There's no intuition to this, right? Huh. Album by Jim and Diamond, released in 1989. You can't even find a picture of the cover. It doesn't appear to have been very successful, and reviews seem middling even from fans. Some basic liner notes exist on a Jim Roottree fan page. It states the lyrics and guitar credited Jim Roottree, and the vocals credited Diamond LaRue. Is there Cherry someone a list of people? No. Gonna look at the fan page. No. Unfortunately not. We don't get to... We only see the synopsis written by us. We don't get to actually... Any of the relevant information is put in here. It's very gamey. Again, it'd be my one knock on this is like... Let me be the judge of what dumb shit I can find on this page. Instead, we just get the synopsis. But anyway, yeah, early 80s. So neither of these albums even came out when this is. No. Even I don't think you are, but even if you were, my rule is if you're backseating, don't be doing it with knowing the answer already. That's I stream these games to stream it with my community trying to figure these out. So you are doing exactly what I hope for when I play these games. I'm not playing this game to figure it out on my own. I'm playing this game to figure it out with my community. So, please continue. Siminin hasn't said much because he's already beaten the game. That's the difference. If you know the answer, let us figure it out. If you don't know the answer, let's try and be dumb and figure this shit out together. This started... Yes, but so the albums we searched, that's what I mean, is we searched Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. And both these albums came in 1989 and 1994 or something like that. So neither of these would be an MMM. We're in an ad break though. I'm gonna keep going. We're at 37 to 49. I genuinely feel like we might be able to finish this tonight. Although who knows how hard these last few are gonna be. Have anything about the Sisters Only? Didn't we search that? We'll search it after the ad break. But I swear we already searched that. I'm almost positive that's where we got... Yeah. We've literally looked at this page half a dozen times. But anyway, I'll be back. We're back. Don't know if we showed something about them before they toured the Roottrees for pictures. Are we missing pictures for them? Oh, we're missing Jane. Yeah, there's a family picture of these four that we're missing. Where we're gonna find that? Good question. Is his mom's name Joan? Though someday she'd depart, and part I'd never be alone, and my heart always be the son of Joan. Is there any other names that would rhyme? Not Laura. Not Patricia. Not Helen. Not April. Not Penelope and not Catherine. No, it's Joe Mama. Fucking got him. What's up, DTN? Okay. What the hell am I still... Uh-oh, the riffraff is here. He eventually always shows up. What's up? He does. Okay. What the hell could I still get from... What clues am I missing from this whole tree? So the campaign mailer... Sir, I am considered second monitor, riff. So, this whole thing led us to finding out about Mark Landon, Caroline Morden, Eloise, some stuff about how a bunch of people are housewives. So a lot of good info came out of this. But what... What would I be missing that this has what? Well, you know what? Let's just go down the rabbit hole again. But before we go down the rabbit hole, one other thing I'm realizing we somehow don't have is there's apparently another picture of Elias going out here. She looks preggers. She's very preggers. She also just won an election. This is from before the election. So, under periodicals, we search Butler County Times, and we search Stephanie Jones, which we got this. We got that grew up in a home without a father with my mother and her partner. City council, yep. Essentially had entirely female influence. Now, again... Everything in yellow is things that are locked in, correct. I can't even change this if I wanted to. So we know we got everything about her. We got everything about her husband. We got everything about mom, her dad, who they divorced, her mom's roommate, her mom's other picture. We know about her aunt. We don't know. Well, we now know this is Clara, but we didn't have that locked in before. Just because of the Rootrees, her mother Caroline, a local artist who has appeared on the front page of the Butler County Times. Oh, this also is out of 5, right? Where is it? Where the flip is it? Wait, wasn't that out of 5? Like, not there very long ago? Your mom. Your mom has roommates. Well, a roommate. Okay, so it's not about the book. What the hell else are we missing? Because this is the Butler County Times thing. Is there a book mentioned in here? No. Is there a back? No, I can't flip it around. What does the rest of the note say? So it's a note from Caroline. I mean, I'm assuming it's Caroline. Caroline Morden, CM. Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she can use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. Seems pretty straightforward. We know who Carl's daughters are. They're literally the tutorial is identifying the three of them. Is it this? No. What is the intuition I'm missing from this? There's not going to be something different for Brian, is there? Oh. Many advertisements over the years, as well as a small article from 1995 about Jones Graphic and Print. The article is a piece about Brian Jones taking over his father's print company after 20 years. Brian seems to not have let it go to waste. It's a marketing opportunity during the interview portion. Been in and out of the shop my whole life. My father taught me everything there is to know when it comes to getting the job done right and getting it done quick. Been a printing staple of Butler County for years, and even the Butler County Times uses us for their coupon pages a few times a year. Thanks, by the way, he laughs. But still, whether you're a new client or one of our regulars, nothing will change. Come on down for the best prices on bulk printing anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania, or search for us online. I signed the website myself. Better for Butler County. What? Search that? Wait, where does it say better for Butler County? The slogan on her flyer. Oh. Oh my fucking god. Jones Graphic and Print is a company that, according to its website, has existed in Butler County for some time. The website seems fancy. It even has frames. Fuck yes, 1998 internet. Dinner time, see you later. Good luck. Thank you. The website lists the address, hours, and few examples of clients, the type of work that was done for each. Stephanie Jones campaign mailers. Roottree Candy Company, various banners, posters. Butler County, Holiday Light post banners. Miracle Network, tour flyers. Roottree Motors, coupon flyers. Butler County School District, various banners, posters. Butler Summer Theater, posters and set contributions for Children of Eden. Bottom it says we also do website. Come on in to get a quote today. Hashtag Windows 98 for the win. Okay, what the fuck is Roottree Motors? You don't find any trace of them on the internet. As a local business, they may have featured other places. No. Oh, it's gonna be Eliassi. The ad for Roottree Motors, the paper, it seems Roottree Motors used to be Wilkins Motors. The ad for Roottree Motors has run every week's Butler County Times for many years, but recently has been changed to include a picture. 3 different unique versions of the ad have been added to your evidence. Roottree Motors out of the ran from 1974 to 77, advertised that the former name of Roottree Motors was Wilkin Motors. Wilkin Motors is still the same family business as joined the Roottree family. We have a new name, but we promise we're still the same family business. All that's different is we've joined a sweeter family. Funny noises, need new oil, come on down, we'll fix her up. 74 to 77. Okay. Before we get too far... Alright, Catherine Wilkins. 74 makes me think it's going to be Elias's wife. Yeah, I'm back home. Hello. But let's look through the rest of the pictures before I make to any jumps. Roottree Motors ad that ran from 77 to 95. Roottree Motors is a local family mechanic. Local family mechanics in servicing the entire Pittsburgh area. Funny noises, need new oil, coming down, we'll fix her up. Call the fixtures at 555, fix her up. Right off I-72, take exit 23. And then... Tessa Roottree, our newest fixer. Learned all there is to know about cars from Roottree Motor parents. Roottree Motors ad is presently running, first appeared in 1996, says that Roottree Motors has been around for 50 years, family business, and also Tessa Roottree, their newest fixer, learned all there is to know about cars from Roottree Motors parents. Okay, if it started in 74, I'm going to say Catherine Wilkins is Elias's, not Miracle's wife. And then this is going to, 1,000% is Tessa, who is a mechanic, and looks like that. Cool. We'll see if we're right about... We got Joan right. We got Linus right. We got Catherine right. Cool. Clara right. Got the pictures of the twins. Booyah. Did we not lock something in? Oh. Wait. I'm brute forcing. I'm sorry. Think Ronald's the only one? That's let's try switching it up. That seems like a smart switch up to do. We might have the profession wrong. I don't think we have the picture wrong for who the older one is. Do you maybe have them backwards? That's why the wife isn't coming in? Whose wife? What wife? Wait. I have all the every spouse that I have a name for is currently locked in. Well, I could put anything for the spouse right now. Imagine hard forcing over despair. I'm not hard forcing. We've already know that the alliteration are these two. We'll find out more, I'm sure. All right, so we're still missing Guy's wife. We're still missing this picture. I don't know how we're there's a picture of this. We don't have Carl's mom's name. That's interesting. We have everything else for him. Lauren hasn't talked much about her sisters-in-law, because we don't know who this is. Guy was the name of one of my grandfather's brothers. Grandfather, I can't remember which. I am so convinced on this, and yet don't know where else we're supposed to find. I guess we find out more about Edward. We'll find out what we can put for her. She's going to be too old to be a student. We are a tried student for her anyway. I'm surprised how much we have on this family, and then we still don't have this. Just wondering. Oh, so I just reversed these two. No. So definitely, so we had it as Robert Roottree, and because it didn't lock in, that tells us that was wrong. Well, that or the profession or the picture. I am. Oh, we're still. Wait, we're still missing something here? Anyway, from the picture, this looks like the older of the two. I'm fairly confident that I could be wrong. Specifically says film school, so I'm willing to bet he's an actor. Look about the Miracle Enterprises. I think we've already looked up most of it. We've looked it up in the periodicals. We've looked it up in period search. We can do it again. You have the flyer. Does the computer of the game have games on it? So I could be on my computer, watch you use your computer to use a computer to play games. No. Except for this. Best free photo editor, telephoto. Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. What do you mean it's not relevant? It's literally my photo editor. Are there any other press release for Roottree Canyon? You might have other pictures from the company opening. Is there anything to look up for the town or exit number from the Roottree motor ads? Could look up. Yeah. There's definitely something else from the ad that we're missing. Pixpop website looks surprisingly unprofessional. Across the top, there's a large banner that says this website is authored a cashew pad. So there's no denying the software works well, especially considering it's free. Countless testimonials and examples of professionally made artwork to inspire potential users. What the fuck is cashew pad? Cashew Pad is a built-in text editor that ships with Cashew OS. From a functional standpoint, it's unsophisticated, loads quickly, and gets the job done. What the fuck's Cashew OS? Don't do this to me. I like cashews. Me too. Okay, so we're going back to that ad. Because apparently there is something. Wait. No, there's not anymore. Why was it saying there still was one? What the fuck is still missing from this page? Because it's specifically the Clark page. I lost Jacob. We've got both of them in. Gwyn divorced Wild Bill. We've got Wild Bill. I guess it's probably something in Starlet. Did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. stepped up and helped. Can you zoom the image? Yes. You know, now that you mention it. No, but so the image is for the entire thing. And the hint, the thing that we're specifically missing is on this page. So I don't think it has anything to do with the image. Although, the fact that both these pages refer to Clark. But this one, very clearly to me, is about this. As a hint for who Edward's wife is. Swashbuckle My Heart, we have searched that. It is called something else, actually. Is under... Yeah, re-releases X marks the spot. Oh, the Court series. Oh! Yeah, what are the books in the Court series? So we did. Yeah, this is how we actually found that book, the second one in the first place. I think I found them here. Shut up. Romance of Court. Okay. Yeah, so this is A Life Between Wars, 1964. And then this is Revisiting the Diary, 10 years later. It's the same picture. I wasn't even able to click on these. It already had these pictures come up. And so, like, all of this seems to refer to the first book. Romance in Court, we did look up. That's how we found out that her brother is a professor. And I don't think we have any of the other names for the series. Yeah. Her brother Clancy's Lectures on the Middle Ages, which is how we found out that he is a professor. But we don't have any of the other names of the books. We have Romance in Court. Release fewer. So Court Jester. We could look up Court Jester. Okay. Romance in Court is a book by Lauren Roottree. Is the first and most famous of a series of 3 books, often called the Court Jester series. All 3 books of the series are about different romances, told via the same narrator. You probably surmised the narrator's profession. 2 other books were called Return to Court and New Romance in Court. Searching them online yields few results. Lauren Rootree's follow-up to Romance in Court, about the author blurb mentioned the inspiration for one of her brother's Clancy's Lectures on the Middle Ages, and then New Romance in Court. Okay. Those are at least 2 new pages we hadn't, or a couple new pages we hadn't seen before. So that's good. We're not spinning our wheels. That means we're actually finding new information, even if it doesn't give us anything. Still are missing something from this page. No. Did I go to page 5? Page 5 of what? Oh. Of this? Of Revisiting the Diary? No, the only intuition was on this one. Which we still have, which this has been updating even if we... Why is Deja Vu capitalized? She just decided to capitalize it. We still don't know anything about Edward Roottree. Why are you such a fucking enigma? I call it an elevator, but my British friends call it a lift. I guess we were raised differently. True. Oh, campaign mailer's down to 1. Okay. This is... Why is this still at 1? Have I not searched just these two together? Spider Search was founded in 1997 as one of the most up-to-date and advanced search engines around, but modern technology has its limits. It's recommended to search for only one person's name at a time, not to use quotation marks, and to use a full name. Searching for Elias Roottree or Gwyneth Roottree individually will likely yield better results. Red Roottree? Do you see this, Ben? NASCAR Ben? Because I'll do it. I'll do it just for you. Do you know what this is? Aloysius Herring Roottree, aka Red, was an appointed judge and politician who earned his nickname ironically because he was ambassador to Ireland for only about 6 days. Yada yada yada. He claimed to be related to the Roottree Candy Company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence. He was defeated in a landslide. It was just a red herring. Love they use the fish icon. These motherfuckers. Yeah, so there was a star next to it, and then they replaced the star with it. Like, they cross out the name and replace the star with the red fish as soon as you search that name. Yeah. Now, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we could find on here, because there is still apparently one thing we're missing. Can you look up about Edward's marriage and Lauren's diary? How? He's not a name we can put in NASCAR Ben. Oh, but was he the officiant of a marriage? / how do you want me to look up something in the diary? Page about the legal marriage? Oh, not this one, the other one. There's no mention of Edward on here. It's just the only thing that makes sense. Perhaps a case involving Roottree Candy and the additive. There wouldn't have been a case because the additive, they talk about it. It was just FDA or FDA approved and widely used. Splash, I'm still confused what you're asking for. It said that Edward was going to take over Pop's departments. Where did it... Oh. Oh. That's a job. Yep. Good catch. BBS. Is there anything else about the lawyers for Roottree? Like where? Not that I recall, but I missed even that line about Edward taking over. I haven't looked at Carl Roottree in a while. Gotten the Watchman of the Year stuff. Yeah, we're also over that. This is how we found out that Carly is the name of the middle one. Or was the middle one? Yeah. Okay. We've got 2. What Roottree days do we have left? Jack, Christina, and Wolf. I think I already put that at some point, but I am at a loss of what to put for. I feel like Edward's wife could be Penelope, but there's no basis for that. Yeah, the hyphenated name stood out to me as well. We'll just put it. If it's right, it's right. I feel like maybe there's a periodical we haven't gotten yet. Oh, you know what? No, that's it. That's it. No. You've convinced me. You have convinced me. It's April. There's a whole thing of like doing naming conventions. It's not a coincidence that there's an April and a November. That actually makes far more sense. No. There's a whole section. Not here. It's in this one. Names. But yeah, the name I don't think it's in here. Oh, it was a believer using the names of each generation to honor those of the last. Yeah, there's the hyphenated name with the actor. Wait, what act? No, we're missing. There's a picture somewhere we're missing. Because we got a pic. There's a picture of her. For someone that there's no picture of, I'm willing to do something like this because but like, no, just because they have a hyphenated name that they must be with the actor, that's a leap. But for ones without a picture at all, so we're not going to find very much about them, if anything, I'm willing to take some more leaps on because you are supposed to take some leaps in this game. But if we're finding a picture of this person, and apparently we're going to find a picture of her and the two kids, that's it. Because he's not going to be in it. Like, yeah, no. We want to find that picture. I am going to search it, though, because it's just such an unusual name. Thank God we didn't put her there. She's retired. Sweet. Jesus fucking Christ. I am supposed to search all the names. Can you look up people on the list? Yes. The problem is, I started at the top, had nothing, and got into the Roottrees and was like, this is dumb. So I stopped before I got to Penelope Tessa Green. Penelope Tessa Green is a retired comedian. There's a result for the Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno, because Penelope got her stand-up start and first did her famously raunchy breast milk cheese routine in the 80s, before she was a TV star in Brother Trouble. Site claims she retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers doing more family-friendly material. Find a picture labeled Joko Lantern 97, as well as a different picture labeled Jack watching what his mother charity since 1984. Both been added to evidence. Well, I think you're right that she's married to the because we're not missing many kids. We're not missing moms without kids. So you're the younger of the two. You're the older of the two. You're Jack, which makes you Christina. You're gonna be student K-12. You're gonna be baby. We're gonna put your profession as baby. Okay. Well, something's wrong. Fairly confident about Edward Roottree. Not confident at all about November's profession. Who else? Oh. We're probably wrong about the profession. Honestly. I guess I could be wrong. No, this is 1998. There's no way this kid's now in kindergarten. Can we look up the Brother Trouble thing? Yes, we can. Brother Trouble is a 1989 sitcom about two 6-year-old brothers the same age when adopted, played by Tommy Mark Sheridan and Dustin Christopher Baker. Tommy Mark Sheridan mentioned! Their single mother, played by stand-up Penelope Tessa Green, often had to navigate her job as a magazine columnist, as well as the troubles that came along with raising two boys who were extremely competitive in sports, academics, and even romantic pursuit of their next-door neighbor, Roxy. The showrunner was small screen director Ron Roottree. Director? There we go. Locked in everyone in the Next Generation photograph. Booyah. All right, we got April. Okay, so she's not a student K-12. We're just 100% sure of that. So, okay, so this is Wolf. We'll also put student K-12, but we need to find a picture. There's a picture of the four of them we're missing. That's like abundantly clear. Back to this. Showing strong ratings throughout the entirety of season 1, rocketing both Sheridan and Baker to instant stardom, mostly among the teenage girl demographic. However, it was canceled in 1901 midway through second season due to a significant drop-off in ratings. Don't fucking tell me that I could have searched this a long time ago. I hate it here. Ron Roottree is a small screen director and the head of RR Productions. Oh my god, he's the one that sued. He directed episodes of a few other shows before showrunning, creating a one-season hit, The Trouble. Shows canceled partway through season 2. Defunct production company responsible for Brother Trouble. You find a comment on Usenet board saying that Brother Trouble ended up being an ironic name considering the rumors about RR Productions, Ron, and Robbie Roottree. Not much relevant information about Robbie Roottree. In a comment thread on a message board about television cliches, you find a thread called "Why Was Brother Trouble Canceled?" When you speculate, I think it's because the writing went really downhill in season 2. They actually had an episode where Roxy was addicted to sniffing markers. The person replied, "It's through the rumor about Robbie Roottree and Silver Screen Magazine." I think some kind of article appears to be dead. What the fuck is Silver Screen Magazine? Yes. Yes, that's what I meant. Silver Screen Magazine was a Hollywood insiders magazine focusing less on actors and actresses and more about the nitty-gritty of writing, directing, costuming, set design, film promotion, and other elements of filmmaking. It ran from 83 to 93. It was bought by a large, bigger, more recognizable magazine a few years ago, and the website now redirects the new magazine. New magazine doesn't have any relevance to your case. Rabbit hole acquired. Yes. Okay, so we are now looking in this for Robbie. Small Rumors article from 1992 that claims that self-taught television screenwriter was allegedly tried and convicted under the name Robert in a French court of law. It seems he, again allegedly, embezzled from the company RR Productions to fuel a gambling habit that left him hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. He then fled to Paris, where he grew up, and then, Silver Screen continues to insist is all very much allegedly, assaulted an officer who came to question him. Article's authors said they were unable to get a statement from French authorities, but received information from an anonymous source and were able to confirm through public record that there was a trial involving a Robert Roottree around the time that Brother Trouble was canceled. Okay. There's an article about Ron Roottree from 1984 entitled, "Don't Blame Nepotism, He Gets Results." So Ron wanted to get Robbie out of the Clancy Trust. Maybe. Finding some small screen success, first as director for many small soap opera episodes, and then stepping in as a showrunner to turn around a few struggling productions, Ron has decided to start his own television production company. Ron was born in the US, but grew up in Paris with his once famous mother and his brother Robbie. He gobbled up American cinema whenever he could, and when he was old enough, returned to Hollywood to attend film school. He brings a special kind of charisma and an eye for unusual shots, particularly when it comes to comedy. Those he's worked with have gone on record as saying he's an attentive director who can work with actors to make sure the timing of a joke lands perfectly. Ron plans to pitch new shows to major television studios as soon as 86. Until then, he plans to find the right project. He's occasionally called upon his younger brother for script punch-ups and has thought about bringing him in the fold. Gobble gobble, I have steak nachos now. Did you bring enough to share? All right, well, are we going to find Jim in here? Damn. What about... Damn. Do we just search Penelope? How the fuck do I spell this? Penelope. Oh, because it's focus. Is this thing? Did this periodical exist just to find me these two fucking articles? So who else are we missing? We're missing this fucking group picture. Rob Roottree or Bob Roottree? We already found Robbie. What else are we missing from? Yeah. The trick is you got to find the right version of their name, and we found it. It's Robbie. I don't think we're... Yeah, we got those locked in. Stay acknowledged in Discord. Oh, nacho steak. Yeah. Did you look at the picture? He definitely brought enough for everyone. I don't know if you're in my Discord. You can be in my Discord. There's an exclamation Discord if you're curious. But I also post the Buster picks that people pay a lot of channel points for. Okay, we gotta figure out what the fuck November's job is. We gotta find these pictures. That's literally it. Like, is there anything in that magazine about November? You know what? We haven't done this. Okay. There's some picture of Elias we're missing. We already need to get my butt kicked in Roblox for a little while. Where'd you get the picture for her in the first place? For November? She is right here. With the rest of the free spirits. The back of the photo in childish print writing, it says November. That's what convinced me that's November. And again, did I search April? April Quaritch. I could search April Roottree. Hold on. For married name. And then how do you spell it? Quarrit. Quaritch. Okay. We've gotten rid of almost all this stuff. 5 pieces add. How are there 2 things to find from this? The names we don't have locked in. Teen Blast? Good call. Teen Blast, a magazine aimed at teenage girls. Roottree has a news section that offers condolences for the loss of the Roottree sisters. The fashion line was often covered by a magazine, and Raina Roottree first appeared on the cover on her 16th birthday. There we go. Good calls. Well, let's add it in. Article about Raina Roottree from 1984 issue also mentions TMS and Brother Trouble. In the interview, Raina talks about her inspirations. One important thing learned from an early age is that dreams are not outside of her grasp. My grandpa was a college professor who taught lectures about history. He always told me the history is full of people from famous families who waste their fame and fortune by taking it for granted. Instead, he told me I should go out and use my name to accomplish something. I think he may have practiced that lecture a lot because of other people in my family that also made the Roottree name famous for things beside candy. His older sister even wrote a book that some of my friends tell me they had to read in school. I took his advice, and now I work with my mom designing clothes. I'll decide what colors and patterns I want to model. She designs the clothes with a team of amazing men and women. Although my grandpa passed away earlier this year, Grandma Laura tells me he was really proud of what we managed to accomplish. Cool. That doesn't... interesting. I'm surprised... I guess... Okay, that took away the 5 pieces add. That took away the 2. There's still something for the campaign mailer. What have I not searched on this page? Splash is right, though. Wolf and Candy are not in the magazine. Damn. Team Blast exists just to get us that one article. I'm going to be honestly a little frustrated. There's a picture of Clark and Jane that we haven't found. I don't know where we're going to find that. I guess... just go through all these. We already read that. Already have read all this. Are you just a college student? She never married. Who we have left for here? Patricia Jones or Helen Lennon? Well... there's no way two brothers both married Patricias, right? That's all I'm going off of. This is so interesting because the thing I'm really missing is these pictures, which I can't just brute force. Carly or Riley? What? I mean, like, yeah. Well, the ad's already running. I wouldn't find out a Carly though, but we'll do that when we get back. I don't know what we're missing in here, but we're missing something. Maybe it's just MMM. Why? Anyway, I'll be back in 3 minutes. See you soon. All right, we're back. If you think your vacuum sucks, is that good or bad? When I sold vacuums door to door for 4 months, that was a common joke. Forgive me, I'm having the annoying issue of my start menu or my bottom bar is appearing over the game. Cool, that fixed it. All right. Yeah, let's search Team Blast for those two. Right. Such an annoying problem. Just Window D and then open it, and it usually fixes it, and it did there. Riley Roottree. Roottree Sisters appear many ads for both Candy and Root. Close and Team Blast search engine is the best, so your results are flooded with page after page of nearly identical advertisements. So ads specifically mentioned that Rain appeared once the cover of Team Blast. Riley and Rose, on the other hand, seem to mention my name less than their older sisters. So we search Rose, it'll be the same thing. Yep. And then if we search Root, Team Blast has a lot of advertisements for Root clothes. Some of them mention Brenda, but more often than not, her daughters are mentioned. You find a small bit of an ad from many years back, say, sure, look for upcoming article about latest inspirations for Root clothing. Interesting. The word electricity is derived from electron, which is the Greek word for amber. That's a thing. So we found the article from Rada, right? Yeah, that's this is the article. So that's how we found Laura. Still need this picture, which has something to do with this. It's Carly and Splash. We've literally gone over this several times. Carly is Rose. I literally went over it as we were going to the ad break of like the Carly. We're not going to find anything for Carly because that's not what you find it. What is the sticker on the album cover? That is only the great grandson of Elias Roottree could make Disco the Sweet from Peter Janowicz from MMM. Which that's how we have the periodical for MMM. Man. MMM went out of business when? Early 80s. And Candy Rootree's first mentioned... What the How did we find out Candy was the oldest? Was it an MMM? No. Oh. Assume you look up Lucky LaRue's like the same page. Yes. It is just called LaRue. No matter who you search up of these. I can try this anyway. But yeah, it's just LaRue. And again, The internet in 1998, it was not as easy to find things as it is now. And I say that with like AI making things actually harder to find, and SEO making things harder to find these days than they maybe were like 10 years ago. But it is, again, very gamey that I get the same result this for a like Diamond, Jade, Lucky LaRue's, Kim, because this is not going to be the only mention of Diamond in Modern Music Monthly. Early Google, just search engine Google is peak time probably. No, not because like this 1998. When did Google come out? It was close to 1998, if not 1998. I'm going to search Google for Google. Yep, founded September 4th, 1998. Alta Vista. I was a big web crawler person, which is why Finder Search is so funny. I don't remember why I liked web crawler over the other ones, but yeah. But then I remember in middle school learning about is it not Googleplex? Google. What the fuck is it? Wait, is it? Yeah, okay, so Google, yeah. So Google is a 10 to the 100th power, spelled Googol. You're looking stupid. What a 5 instance again? We're trying. That's why I was going down this. It's not stupid, just feels stupid. I think it's something with the MMM. Like, you know, I'm gonna search this. There we go. Diamond Zazzlers is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. You find a forum post called Cool Things You Got in the Mail on a random forum about video games. One reply mentions that Jim and Diamond still send out a Christmas card every year to Diamond Dazzlers. It's accompanied by some pictures as well as some history with the fan club. Apparently, even though it's no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honor it themselves personally. There's fierce debate in subsequent posts about whether that's cool or pathetic. Holy cow, they did a Muppets Dark Crystal Labyrinth style music video for Lorwyn. Literally worked with Jim Henson. They announced it over the weekend that it was going to come out today. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard good things. Amongst pictures of Christmas cards from over the years, only one is relevant. The card from 1996 includes pictures of Jim and Diamond's young son Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies. Well, all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They mentioned in passing an online review from earlier this year. Apparently, the opening act for the band, the reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act. This word was unusual, not because of the music, which described as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not the good way. Trio was extremely cagey about their identities. The reviewer asked the venue who they were, and she said she was told they were rumored to be the children of other famous musicians and didn't want that to be why they became popular. Veer also mentioned that for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive. And not only were they selling CDs, they only cost $1. They probably were losing fortune. Veer said although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to ever listen to any of it again, except maybe Beef Baby, the 7th track. There's no picture of the Floozies performing live, but the cover from the CD they're selling, Conquistador, has been added to evidence. CD for a band called the Floozies is only available at the live shows. Across the cover say guitar, vocals, Candy, bass, Nikki, drums, Nina. Hello, Candy. All right, so you're not a student, you're a musician. Okay. Woo, happy Monday. I'm locked in and we lit tonight. Sorry I meant to come by earlier. I was having a stressful time at work. No problem, Leica. I'm just glad to see you. I hope help everything after work helps you wind down, and hope work doesn't affect you anymore. Now you're out. Floozies being the teen magazine. That's a good shout. November's too old for college student. What the fuck you mean by that? Hold on. You're look. College student is in there as a placeholder. But also, what the fuck do you mean too old to be a college student? Last time I went back to college, I was in my late 20s, and I was not the oldest, and it wasn't even close by how many years I was not the oldest in any of my classes. And there weren't the same person that was the oldest in all of my classes. It was a variety of people in their 40s and older taking college classes. So what do you mean for too old to be a college student? Because usually people going back to college never refer to their vocation as college student. All right. Obviously, I'm biased as a veteran, but also as a veteran, I'm well aware, like, there's at least one community of people that absolutely refer to themselves as students for their vocation. And that's veterans if they're on the GI Bill. Because you get not just college paid for, but you do get BH and BAS. You get housing allowance and food allowance. So, again, I get what... let me clarify. She's almost certainly not a college student. We got to figure out what the fuck she actually does. But police just showed up and arrested the dog for unpaid barking tickets. Very important to take care of your unpaid barking tickets. All right. The Floozies, search periodicals, Teen Blast. Are you kidding me? Shut up, Amu. He that's why he does it over there, so you can't shut him up. Okay. I'm gonna be cringe as fuck. I just have no idea what the fuck else I'm gonna do here. I'm fairly confident about the other three. If we get through everything else and it's none of these, then we know something else is wrong about her. What if she became a lawyer like her dad? I'm going to skip over manufacturing because damn it. Yeah, someone has to take on Clancy Edward Rootree's line. Actually, you know? No. Candy's obviously a musician. Robbie's a screenwriter. There's no way this little shit is anything but a student K-12. I'm willing to come back to lawyer. But I don't... She's a dancer? Where the fuck were we supposed to get that? Dude, looking up the spoilers for this is going to be fucking wild. Because how the fuck am I supposed to figure out that she was a dancer? We've had her name and picture right for ages. Top secret.
To my genealogy genie. If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations. I knew you could do it. There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready.
Can we look at her full picture? Oh, are you saying maybe she's in like a dancing outfit? Sure. I just think that looks like a dress. Does just look like a dress. Okay. All right, roll on down to the city. Still has 1. Okay, so the trick with this, we manually write in these 2 names. I don't even know if we have a picture. We got to find a picture. Also, did we get the... Yeah, okay. Wait. All right, so yes. He didn't marry Patricia. He married Helen. And you married a Patricia. So... Wait, we've got all the names locked in then, right? Looks like it. We're missing some pictures, which is annoying. We've at least got all the names. Where's Real Streamer? I don't know. He's been... Oh, it's... Hi! Wolfman was asking about you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for disturbing you. Sir, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I love you. Are you okay? I love you, buddy. He's on the couch. His couch. Okay, so... Where the fuck is it? Disturb nap time? Yeah, it's okay. Scandal. Where did... Can we look up anything with the Diamond Dazzlers fan club thing about more picks for Jim and Diamond? Probably. I'm more curious about who EC is. EC and John. Fuck! Okay. So let's go with John. For now. There was another mention of EC. Was that... Did you want to know how you found she was a dancer? No. No, I don't. I'll look it up at the end. Because knowing what I missed might lead me to find something else that I missed. I wouldn't be surprised if EC is also a Christensen, but we shouldn't. I'm not going to necessarily lock that in yet. Oh, okay. This is about Sam. Never mind. Mr. Miller. Okay. I'm going to say John Miller is EC's spouse. Local farmhand EC. Yes. So we got to figure out who the fuck that is. Well, let's start by searching John Miller. Let's start by searching this for John Miller. Damn it. Damn. What Miller? Can you look up E. Christensen? Damn. You know what I realized I had never searched? Oh, right. But also, no. Let me. That's where I saw Catrell. Damn it. Okay. Public County Times has had consistent ads for tours and demonstrations of the first Anderson Maple Farm. The first Anderson Maple Farm? What's the second Anderson Maple Farm? I feel debated. Why would there not be a second Anderson Maple Farm? Seems that twice each summer, the Roottree Candy Company's current head of farming, Mrs. Catrell, which is Gwyneth, turns to Butler County to demonstrate how 5 pieces were made at the beginning of the century. Second is just Anderson. If we search just Anderson Maple Farm, we get the results for the first. Get some information on the website for the first Anderson Maple Farm. Do I just search for Eli Roottree? No. Well, I probably have, or maybe have, but it doesn't matter. What is the still intuition we get from this? Back to red. Damn. No E's or C's in his name. You searched notable Roottrees. I have not. But I also haven't searched the movies she's been in, which I think is a mistake. Find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized. The search is broken. You get individual pages. Guys Like Us, 1953 film, in which two secretaries cut their hair short and pose as businessmen to get ahead in life until one of them falls in love with their client and hilarity ensues. Starring Gwyn, Roottree, Leslie Florence, and Harrison Lane, who's apparently one of the people that she's kissed. Did you know trivia? Titles play on words, as it can be read that the two are similar to other men, or that the men are fond of them. You know, have I searched for Harrison Lane yet? Harrison Lane seems to be dead end. Okay. What about Leslie Florence? She was co-star in Guys Like Us. Not much relevant information. She does not have any additional credits to cite. There isn't even a Did You Know trivia section for her. Okay. Christmas Mission, I think, has come up before, too. A page called Flops. It was a war movie about World War I, released in 1955, that received poor reviews, lost studio money. Gwyn Roottree had a role as soldier's wife from Letters from Home. That's where met. That's the thin red line comparison. The movie's marketed as an incredible true story with no records of events happening has ever been found. So we know that his father took her mother's famous name, that whole story. First few pages are filled with news results with the plane crash. Besides that, there are countless advertisements and conversations about the various products made by the Roottree Candy Company. Most articles mention Carl Roottree, who's the president of the Roottree Candy Company. His daughters are also eulogized, collectively referred to as the Roottree sisters. They've been famous from an early age. Dumb question, dumb answer. Did I ever search Roottree Candy Company? Yes. Well, let's do it again. Yeah. Website is unstable due to traffic it has been receiving. This is how we learn that there are presidents, not CEOs. And that every president has been direct descendant of Elias and Gwyneth. Did you ever find the original 5 pieces? Yes. This is how we determine the order of the names. So, Gwendolyn, Elias, Clancy Edward, and then Miracle. Gwendolyn, Elias Jr., Clancy Edward, Margolite, Miracle. Clancy Edward, are you... Wait. Oh, no! Oh no! Oh my god! Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving certified mail for an Edward Clancy Roottree. But we need a picture for him. Was it spelled with an E? I don't want to spend too much time. I'm very convinced that's right. EC Roottree. Where the fuck am I going to find a picture of this guy? ECY, by the way. Did I look at the business magazine? I searched. I clicked through the entire list. That's where this picture is going to be, right? It's going to be him with the kid. I am so convinced. Do you have any pictures left? No. And we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? Just those 4? 5, 6. We're missing a couple picture of a couple of Clark and Jane. Missing Diamond and James. How about family reunion? There are 3 family reunion pictures. I've added all of their faces. Oh my fucking god. Any other reunion pics? Are there any faces I missed here? The band of the sister with Jim and Clark. That would be the other picture of the 4 of them, wouldn't it? Good call. That's a good shout. I don't think there's anything I missed in here. And then... what the hell's happening? Oh, it's water damage. It was something super complicated. actually. These Times is an old single from folk group C and J and J&D. You've scanned the album as well as recording the title track thanks to collector of Jim and Roottree memorabilia. Website also songs credit as music lyrics by Clark Rafferty and Jim Roottree, backup vocals by the LaRues. On it is a sticker that says folk style songwriting catchy. MMM magazine. Lyrics the song contained no clues. What do you say? He's the one with facial hair? Is the two lines signifying that she's younger? Because Diamond's the oldest. She's got blonde hair where it's like, oh no, maybe it's that. This looks more red in the other picture, but... Ah, the ones and the twos mean something. We'll tell ourselves these stories older, dwell on warmth. Diamond the Blonde. This looked like a redhead to me. Yeah, I'm gonna say the flowers match. What flowers says JD? What? Oh my god, it does. JDCJ, yep. So this is JD. And that's CJ, yeah. Look. I can't fucking read. Alright, well. Where the fuck do I find this? Did I search what username? Oh. Can't find anything else about Die Hard Dazzler, the band, or the single, so all I have to do is add scan your evidence. After a blazing fast 35-minute download, track is also available. Nope, there's nothing else. Okay. Where the fuck is this? Because that's the only picture we're missing, right? And that's... Oh, where's the last picture gonna be? Where's the OG picture of Elias? This very famous photo that is right here. What do I have intuition on left? Well, here's the picture. Still unnotable Roottrees. Which means searching one of these names is supposed to lead me to that picture would be my guess. Is there anything hidden in this picture? There's a lot of dead space, but no, it doesn't look like it. There's definitely not going to be a second copy of him. Which I guess there could be someone else in this picture. Okay, so we couldn't find this book, right? We could just search best. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't just even search the book name. Very poorly received book about Elias Roottree. Author born in the late 1800s. She lived just outside of Miami and died tragically young in a major hurricane struck the area in 1926. Information about her book Family Man seems to fade out. If I just search Family Man, does that do anything? No. All right, so we've got all the Watchmen of the Year stuff. This gotten this picture 1,000 times, so it's fine. Yeah, there's not a lot. Got the picture. Found out about the farm. I think it's the same thing. Yeah, Anderson Maples is just this. Yep. I look up Anderson. We just get search tips. Oh, under her maiden name, you're saying? Yeah, it just brings it back to this. We have searched 5 pieces. It's about we get results about the candy, not the kids. That's how we got this book name. No, Charles Lee. Oh, thank you. It fixed it. Search for the One Piece. That's how we got the ad. Hold on. Can you find volume 1? I did that before you fucking said it, Craig. You can't spoil me. Craig tried to spoil me. I can't believe this. EC is for egg cream. Found this advertised in The Sweet History of Candy Volume 1 by Charles Lee. It's from 1924, 2 years after the debut of 5 Pieces. Elias Clancy, Edward Clancy. That's still, well, maybe. Tom Clancy, yes. Okay, I need food. So I'm really ready to say I'm ready. Because we're also got an ad break coming up soon. And I don't know how long this last thing is going to take. I have no idea where I'm going to find this picture. So, I'm ready. Confirm. But first, here's the final optional entries you found. Number of optional entries left for next time. 1. Booyah.
So, you thought EC was Edward Clancy Roottree, and his partner was John Miller?
The fact that's fully voiced is a little interesting.
That's exactly what I needed to hear.
Okay.
I'm Sam Madsen, though you know me as Samantha Roottree.
Okay.
Yep, I got old. The only
It is
picture you
Sam.
have of me.
Splash, you thought it was Sam, right?
My book tells the truth about Elias, of 5 Pieces, and my parents. Not my biological parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My fathers, Edward Clancy Roottree and John Miller. By now, you've either read Lauren's diaries or a capable guesser. Lauren was right. I hated the 5 Pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning. My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man, but his identical twin Clancy and his father, Elias, were not. At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand. Back then, they wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed. Having one in the family was unthinkable.
Gay people don't exist. I don't know what you mean.
The same year, I was born. A bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. They tried to erase Edward Clancy. They even removed his 5 Pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC. We were sent to the farm, and the 5 Pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family. But Elias couldn't erase us from existence. Laura never realized I was the little girl from her diary.
I didn't catch they were twins, so I was a little confused about this. So I was like, that's Sam, though, right?
Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard. And while the 5 Pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work. It's a fluke there's a picture of my father at all, but there he is in the background. The 6th 5 Piece. Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom from a life she deemed unworthy.
Oh. How the fuck was I supposed to find this? Steamy Correspondence by Tina Angelina? What? Where the fuck was this book?
Elias relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance.
Was it in one of the diaries?
My father.
Maybe?
At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 pieces. My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat, and that his grandchildren would become outcasts. His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. But due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy, a real Roottree. He nearly ruined the company. When Ernie took over, he saved the operation. Over 13 years, he made the family billions. Ernie earned about $36. They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point. Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy. Until I started to look into the other dirty...
By the way, I think you guys are probably snoozing him, right? Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Ron tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock. That sounded familiar. The Clancid Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future. His entire family's future. He couldn't write except...
Because Robbie was born after Gwen divorced Wild Bill.
Falling apart.
Yeah. It's interesting because, like, I guess I don't know the actual definition of out of wedlock, but, like, divorce is newer than that term, right? But I don't know. It still feels different of, like, never married versus shit, we're getting divorced.
My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as. And that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the trust, as anyone else. The Clancid Trust will secure their future. They can decide what to do with their shares. But I'm old, and I'm not in it for the money. The truth has been eating away at me for years, but now I can set the record straight, thanks to you. As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future. So thank you. You knocked it out of the park. With your expert work, the truth will come to light. And when it does, my share of the Clancid Trust is yours. Like I said at the beginning,
we're rich!
Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally feels complete. Unless a whole lot more root trees somehow appear from thin air. This is the last time...
When's the DLC? When's the fucking DLC? Justice for Red.
Thanks again, and so long.
We're rolling on down to the sea.
Thanks to your hard work, Sam Matt's book was published and received mixed reviews. Life went on, and a new president took over the company. Who? The Roottree family faded from the news cycle. Who? And then everything changed. There's another mystery to solve. Roottree Mania is now unlocked as a new game. Oh no! I'm a secret Roottree. Okay, first of all, I'm doing this. In 1936, something terrible happened at Galley House. Decades later, with a strange contraption that reveals echoes of the past, you must uncover the truth behind the grisly blood. On my goddamn wish list. We're playing it when it comes out. Okay. How long do I have? So no answer on if the plane crash was an accident or planned. I think... What is it since we can't read? It's the incident at Galley House. Oh, I'm covering it. My bad. Hold on. Hold on. Get my ugly mug out of the way. There you go. The incident at Galley House. You're welcome. Okay. Find out what happens to the infamous family in a whole new mystery. Make sure you tied up. Okay. Hold on. We're not going to do anything with it. We're going to end stream. But I'm curious if we get another stream out of this.
Hi, I'm Clark. Probably not who you expected to be knocking, but life's funny sometimes.
That is Clark.
You've done well staying anonymous. It took us a while to track.
Just a few of them. We're coming back to this Wednesday,
A lot has happened in the
but we're going to do this real quick.
far too much of it public. But there's stuff going on behind the scenes too. I never wanted to be president.
Clark's president.
With my mother's deteriorating I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'm not here for sympathy. I'm here because part of the fallout of Sam's book is that everyone's coming out of the woodwork. Now that it's public knowledge the Clancy Trust covers any Roottree despite their history with us, a lot of potential cousins have surfaced. You may have seen that man on the cover of News Time. That was a disaster for us.
News time. We're going to have to remember that.
And then Miracle went and made it all about himself. The long and short of it is a lot of potential cousins just showed up. Sam's helping some of them, but she's not really going about it the right way. And she's not taking calls from anyone in the family. I let it slip through a mutual friend that I found you, and I was stopping in. It's manipulative, but I'm hoping she'll reach out to you. You can let her know I'm on her side. In the meantime, if you're willing, I can share our files with you. Pass them along to Sam.
Reminders.
Feel free to do your own research. I've been told you enjoy things like this. To each their own.
All right. Cool. Possible Infidelity 3. Possible Infidelity 1. Possible Infidelity 2. Family tree update. Oh my gosh. And there's another top secret. Oh. Okay. Where the fuck did I miss this picture? Alright. We still got to do 4. So, we'll come back to this Wednesday. Wait, did the new search come out now that's 1999? Probably not. I can't believe I did save this for Wednesday. But this is what you get. Nope, it's 3 August, and it's not come out yet. Clark remarried soon. Yes, that is very true. All right. Well, I know where I'm going. So I'm going to send you all over there as well. because we're gonna go hang out with Dad the Noob. He's playing some Dawn of War 3 because, well, he hates himself. I was about to riot. I briefly considered a couple other names. But we're going to Dad the Noob because I'm going to be there anyway. Copy that raid message. Go say hi. I need food, so I'm going to get out of here. See you back here Wednesday for the Roottree Mania. Thanks for watching.